now.
Good evening, everybody. We begin tonight with an update on a story we've been following. Charges have been upgraded against the man accused of hitting a Prentiss County child with his vehicle as the kid boarded a school bus on Halloween. 22-year-old Hunter Newman of Marietta is now charged with manslaughter by culpable negligence. The Mississippi Highway Patrol says 9-year-old Dalen Thomas was killed as he crossed Highway 370 by his home. The original aggravated assault charge against Newman was dropped. A preliminary hearing is set for November 29th. Defense attorney Tony Faris says that will be a chance to show other factors played a role in that accident. In October 2016, 7-year-old Amaya Braxton was hit and killed by a car. She was getting off the school bus. More than 2 years later, no arrests or charges have been brought against the driver. With Hunter Newman charged in Prentiss County, it leaves Braxton's family wanting answers in Amaya's case. Our Quentin Smith speaks with them, and he joins us live in the studio with more. Quentin?
Yeah, Joey, the family is saying both cases are very similar. One was getting on the bus and the other was getting off the bus when they were hit by a vehicle. Now, the family says they do understand why an arrest was made in the most recent case, but now they're left wondering why an arrest was never made in Braxton's death. The case has been presented before a grand jury twice, but there was not an indictment. Family members say the similar investigations resulted in 2 different outcomes. Now they want answers.
She wasn't paying attention. She wasn't doing anything she's supposed to as a driver. How dare they let her off? How dare they let her walk away? It's not right.
I just want for the DA office to please do what you're supposed to do and get justice for Amaya. And if you refuse to, please tell us why. We deserve an honest answer on why you're not pursuing this as if she was a normal kid every day going to school. She did nothing wrong. She was in the care of a responsible adult. When she stepped off the bus, her life ended, and so did ours. So can you please explain to us why you can't get justice for her? Period. That's just the question that we want to know.
Now, the Braxton says they will continue to fight for justice. We'll hear more from them coming up tonight on WCBI News at 9 and 10.
New at 6 tonight, Winston County deputies are asking for your help in finding a missing woman. 41-year-old Desiree Eves has not been heard from for 2 weeks. She was last seen near the Winston-Neshoba County line. A reward is being offered for information about her whereabouts. You can call the Winston County Sheriff's Office. Yesterday, 20-year-old Daryl Jamal Harper jumped the fence at the Noxubee County Community Work Center. Tonight, he's still on the run. Harper is about 5 foot 10 inches tall and 175 pounds. He was last seen wearing green striped pants, a white shirt, and a MDOC jacket. Harper was serving time for 2 burglary convictions, and he was set to be released in just a few weeks. He could be traveling in a yellow Mustang with a Benton County tag. Macon Police Chief Divine Beck says Harper was cleaning the building, then went outside for more supplies. That's when he made a dash for freedom. If you know where Harper is tonight, call 911. He is considered dangerous. With only days to go, more than 25,000 absentee ballots have been requested for the November 27th U.S. Senate runoff. These statewide numbers are a sign of high interest in the race. More than 100 have been requested in Monroe County. There are also judgeship races on the ballot next Tuesday. In Lowndes County, more than 500 have been requested. The Secretary of State's office says the number of absentee ballots in this runoff already outnumbers the 2014 general election between Thad Cochran and Chris McDaniel. Time now to turn things over to Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson. He joins us with a first look at our forecast. Keith?
Mainly clear right now. Temperature is cooling down into the mid to low 40s across our area. A bit chilly out there, but all quiet. We have some clouds streaming on in, some of those wispy high clouds. They'll be with us this evening and tonight, tomorrow morning. The rain down here in Texas, that is not coming our way, so we will avoid that as we get into our Thanksgiving. Tonight, though, 40s and then some 30s. Lows tonight down into the mid to low 30s. Your Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, pretty nice. A few clouds, low 60s expected around here, so travelers should be okay later on tonight and also for your Thursday. What about the rest of the holiday weekend forecast? I'm back with that in just a few minutes.
The Columbus Salvation Army partners with the community to provide meals for people on Thanksgiving. This week, volunteers at Stokesbeard Elementary have prepared more than 49 pans of dressing and 43 turkeys. Stokesbeard will be open tomorrow for families and friends who want to sit down and eat in the cafeteria. By now, your Thanksgiving menu is probably set, but you may want to rethink that side salad. This year, an E. coli contamination has some changing plans. Our Riley Livingston joins us in the studio with more on the latest food recall.
Joey, if you are a Caesar salad lover, you are out of luck this Thanksgiving. Yesterday, the FDA recalled all romaine lettuce. That means grocery stores and restaurants are changing their holiday plans too.
For the second time this year, the FDA has warned people to stay away from romaine lettuce due to E. coli contamination. And grocery stores went right to work.
We pulled all our romaine, actually cleaned the shelves that it was on. There's procedures in place. They have what they call a cool label, and they'll narrow this down. They'll find it pretty quick. That's country of origin, and they'll find it pretty quick.
And it's not just grocery stores being affected. Restaurants are looking at some loss in profit.
Just have to change, and what you would lose, like today, a lot of folks are losing a lot of money that they have to get back from their vendors and everything that I don't have to deal with.
Kevin Ballard has seen this story happen too many times. He had already pulled romaine from his menu before this recall happened.
So we don't use it, and because of the issues that have happened in the past, like last year they had a recall, and I came from the grocery business knowing that romaine usually has issues, so we don't use romaine lettuce. I just stay away from it. It's just easier. You don't have to, the iceberg lettuce and even the leaf lettuce, they hadn't had the issues like romaine has.
With Thanksgiving only a day away, people are having to make do with the alternatives.
May have to change their salad plans a little bit, but there's different kinds of lettuce out there.
If you do have romaine lettuce already in your house, grocery stores are ready to help you out.
Bring it back to the store, they'll get a full refund, or either throw it away, especially don't eat it.
The FDA is encouraging people to clean and sanitize your refrigerators if you did have romaine lettuce on hand.
When we come back, taking measure, the final harvest is just ahead on WCBI News at 6. Welcome back. For most of us, Thanksgiving and the weekend ahead marks the end of all things fall. In Lowndes County, it's the last harvest season for country pumpkins and the couple who have built a roadside stand into an autumn tradition. Our Joy Talley joins us live in the studio with more on their story.
The couple who owns Country Pumpkins says they came to a decision a week ago. They made the announcement on their Facebook page. The post has been shared and liked over 1,000 times, with people expressing their sadness and fond memories.
For everything, there is a season.
For the last 19 fall seasons, Country Pumpkins has been a blooming staple in the community.
We started it as a little roadside stand where people could stop by and purchase their pumpkins, gourds, ornamental vegetables, and squash, that sort of thing, and use an honor box. And we did that for about, 9 years.
And as its sprouts grew and its roots spread, the honor box was replaced and the patch started.
We were just blown away by how many people came. I mean, they just came from all over the community. I told someone the other day that we had visitors from every continent except Antarctica.
To keep up with the needs of thousands of visitors, more money, work, and energy was invested each harvest.
Dwight just turned 71 and I'm 70, and so we need need to turn the page. We need to begin a new chapter in our lives. We need to do less and not more, and that's a sad part of our lives. Everybody comes to that point in their lives when they have to rethink and step back and say, it's time to change. The seasons are changing.
Jean Colson says she and her husband are going to miss it all so much.
I think just bringing the crops in. You know, we wanted to celebrate the harvest with the community and just seeing all the things that God provides. And the favorite part for me was always to go to the field and to pick the pumpkins.
From celebrating the harvest with the community to watching the little ones play in the cornfield boxes to all the bittersweet moments, Colson says she appreciates all the visitors over the years.
We have a lot of sweet memories, and I just thank everybody for making Country Pumpkins possible and for blessing us the way they did.
The couple never charged admission throughout the years they were open. They're also selling equipment from Country Pumpkins. For more information on how to get in touch with them, head on over to our Facebook page.
Tomorrow, of course, Thanksgiving Day, a little bit cooler over here in Atlanta at 58 degrees. For us, we should be around 60, give or take, low 60s to our southwest. No major problems, but we do have some rain in the forecast. Those details are next.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
All right, here's our off insurance time lapse downtown Louisville, Mississippi today. Look at all those cirrus clouds coming in, and look at this gorgeous sunset we had earlier this evening. A nice little pop of color here on our Wednesday, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Now let's flash back a week ago. We had some snowflakes here in our viewing area a week ago, and this is the seasonal snowfall. Check this out. We've had a good chunk of the lower 48 already see some snowflakes all the way into Texas, here in the deep south. This is actually pretty impressive considering we have yet to get to Thanksgiving. We have many years where we don't even see any snow around here. Snow falling today, lake effect snow bands. Look at that all the way down the full length of Lake Michigan right there, those clouds. Cold air rushing over warm lake water gives rise to the lake effect snow. And speaking of the cold air, look at this forecast for tomorrow in New England. Yikes, New York City in the 20s and some spots up here in the teens. Wow, it is going to be cold in New England. Down here, though, as we've been talking about, the forecast has been pretty nice, and it continues to be pretty nice. Around 60 locally, some 70s down there in Florida. Most of the region, though, upper 50s to low 60s with a lot of sunshine. Here's your satellite radar. We do have those showers down here in the Texas. That system is really moving southeast, so we'll see some clouds here tonight and tomorrow morning, but no rain from that. There's more energy back to the west out there in California where they need that moisture. Now, we do have some rain in the forecast, not for our Thursday afternoon. You can see that with Futurecast. We're clear tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. The Egg Bowl kicking off in Oxford at 6:30. Quiet, temperatures falling down into the 40s. But as we get into Friday morning, we'll get less and less amounts of sunshine, more clouds as the day goes on. I think we're dry through early afternoon, and then by late afternoon into the early evening, 7 o'clock right here, rain showers becoming more likely here across North Mississippi, eventually in the West Alabama, so that could impact some of those high school football games. I think most, if not all of that moisture should be done by sunrise Saturday. A quick hit of some rain here Friday evening, Friday night, and then that system is out of here. We're down into the 40s right now. Let's talk about your extended AccuWeather 7-day forecast. You can see where we're headed tomorrow, low 60s, 57 Friday, again, rain by the evening. Pretty nice Saturday and still warm on Sunday, and those 66s right there could be a little bit conservative, so not too bad for Saturday and Sunday. Much cooler, Joey, as we get into next week, though.
A 30 on that 7-day. All right, the final game of the week announcement of the 2018 season will be almost everywhere this Friday. Find out where to find us next in sports.
WCBI Sports with Tom Ebel is brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Go further.
The final game of the week announcement before we're off to Hattiesburg for the high school football state championships. This means Friday will be the last end zone of the 2018 season. Sad face. But we have a heck of a trifecta, a semifinal, a trio of semifinals for our game of the week. We'll be live in Louisville. The Power Cats taking on Greenwood in the 4A North half final. Louisville blanked the Bulldogs in the regular season, 21-0. Greenwood's only loss of the year. Then the 5A North Half Final, another rematch. West Point at home taking on Olive Branch. Point City won the regular season matchup 34-33 thanks to a crazy comeback win. And last but not least, Nanawaya taking on East Marion. The Warriors looking to get back to the state championship for the second straight season. We'll have reports from all three coming up this Friday. But some other great games to get ready for the state championship. We've got Water Valley taking on North Panola, Calhoun City at Scott Central, Simmons taking on Smithville, and then our friends in West Alabama as well. We'll have much more on that coming up at 10 right here on WCBI Sports. But Hale State Hoops is humming. Back-to-back 100-plus point performances. Bulldogs getting back to work the day before Thanksgiving. 6th-ranked Bulldogs back in action, taking on the Furman Purple Paladins. Early on for Mississippi State, Jazz Holmes finds Chloe Bibby in the corner, doing what she does best, draining the three. And it would just be a landslide from here on out. Jazz Holmes gets in on the three-point party from the assist from Jordan Danbury. Nothing but nylon, and still in the first, Furman driving inside. But Chloe Bibby says, not open, not today, no soup for you. Bibby had herself a career day today, but we're still in the first quarter. Look at Maya Taylor, just picking pockets. Oh my goodness. All the way to the cup for two. Taylor had herself a great game as well. Second quarter, Bulldogs up by 30. Andra Espinoza-Hunter drives, pull-up jumpers, no good, but Tierra McCowan right there to clean up the mess. It's just too easy. She was projected to be the top pick in the WNBA draft next year. I would not advise leaving her that wide open underneath the hoop. Still in the second, Anriel Howard, McCowan's partner in crime with the nice spin move in the post for two. And just to cap off the first half, Chloe Bibby racing up court from Jazz Holmes. Bibby would have a career-high 21. Bulldogs win 106-41. Here's Vic Schaefer after the game.
I am very proud of our team today. I thought, again, they came out and were ready to play. I was impressed with Furman. I thought those kids competed hard. They came out and attacked us right away and created a little bit of a soft spot that we had to adjust to, and we did. I was proud of our kids for adjusting to that. But I just thought we played really hard, made it hard for them to get into anything they wanted to do. I thought our ball screen defense was really good.
Coming up right after WCBI News at 6, our 2018 Egg Bowl special. Have a great show lined up with our WCBI Sports' Courtney Robb. So much great stuff. Make sure, don't change the channel. Just stay here for about 3 more minutes. It's going to be a great time. That's it for sports. Last Secure Forecast is next.
We're looking out, I think, with our 7-day forecast here, including the holiday weekend. Pretty nice on Thursday, your Thanksgiving Day. Some rain by Friday evening. Tom just left. He's all upset because that could impact some high school footballs. But he'll be back for that sports show coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, looking forward to that. And at least a dry Thanksgiving. So.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, thanks, Keith. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Have a good night.